In this world, there are many pointless creations, such as the chocolate teapot.
Today, we are going to visit one of those such creations.
Tonight, we are going to stay at a football stadium that has a whacking capacity of 30,000.
But like the teapot, its capacity is pointless because its inhabitants only ever fill an average of 28% of it. Okay, so for those of you that guessed, there is Varney the van, and we are actually parked outside the most pointless football stadium in the whole world, and that is of Mcdonalds. Probably chose a bad day because we've actually come on match day. You see over there the coaches, you can see hordes of people outside who are smoking because they can't wait longer than 90 minutes to have a fag, and they've gone outside at half time. But yeah, we're going to take a walk now. You can see you've got McDonald's there, you've got KFC. Claire's already eyeing them up for breakfast. I think that's a Domino's pizza over there, or Papa John's. So I might be eyeing that up for dinner actually. We were going to go to Nando's. But yeah, anyway, we're heading over to Asda now. Now I don't know if you can hear that, but there's actually some singing inside the stadium. So I don't know whether we're either at the away end or, for once in a blue moon, the MK Mongs are winning. There you go. The emptiest football ground you'll ever find. And Asda's just across there. Mummy's gone inside Asda, hasn't she? Claire?
Yeah.
I thought you said you want McDonald's for breakfast tomorrow.
I do.
So what have you just bought in Asda?
Oh, some yoghurts.
Some yoghurts?
First breakfast.
What?
First breakfast.
Explain to everyone.
Oh, I always have to have a first breakfast. So when you first get up, you're not sort of ready to go out and about to get food. But I'll need something to tide me over. So have a yoghurt, nice healthy yoghurt for me. And then we'll have McDonald's as a second breakfast.
Anyone else have second breakfast?
Doesn't everyone have a second breakfast?
Ridiculous.
Tell me below.
Okay, so since the car park started to empty after the football match, I have moved the van. So we're now parked right in the corner. You see you've got the football ground over there. We're heading over towards the Odeon and all of the food eateries. Find the Nando's. She's giving it a good go. Here we go. So I'll just Jessie thinks she's getting dinner. Mummy's getting dinner.
Chicken.
And Daddy's about to have dinner. Okay, so we have had our dinner. And what I thought would be really nice for bedtime is I thought I could read you a bedtime story. Do you want that?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I'll read it for these guys as well. So, make yourself comfortable and I shall begin. Once upon a time there were multiple villages in Buckinghamshire. These villages had an idea that one day they could become a town. Now the government decided that they would promote them to a town and they would join them all together. So there began the town of Milton Keynes. Now Milton Keynes wasn't happy to be just a town. It had delusions of grandeur and it believed that it should be a city and it aspired to be a city. Now the one thing that it didn't have that most cities do have, with the exception of a cathedral, which it didn't have either, is it didn't have a football league club. Now in 1997 there was a man called Pete Winkleman. Now Pete Winkleman, he was a lazy man. He believed that Milton Keynes should get a football league club just like that because it was a big place that wanted to be a city. So anyway, he approached various different clubs. He approached Luton, he approached QPR, he approached Charlton, and he said to them, would you like to come and play football in Milton Keynes? You can be a football league club, you can come and bring your position in the league and play football in Milton Keynes, the place that will one day become a city. Now, all of these clubs, they had their morals, and they told them where to stick it. Now, one day, unfortunately, Wimbledon were really struggling financially, and they were desperate. And when Pete Winkleman made the offer to them, they had no other option other than to take it. So they did, and they moved from London to a completely different town, to Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes now had a football league club that it hadn't worked hard for, and it had just managed to stumble across, really. Now, they decided to go for city status. They went for it 3 times, and eventually, when this country ran out of places to promote to a city, Milton Keynes got city status with their football league club. However, there is a happy ending, because as we sit here today, the MK Dons lost 2-0 to Exeter. The MK Dons are also in the relegation zone and heading back where they belong, to non-league, where they should have worked their way up from the beginning. The end. What do you think? Claire? What are you doing?
Oh.
Did you not hear my story?
Oh yeah, it's very good, yeah.
I'm glad you guys didn't fall asleep. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed now and join Claire in the land of Nod, and we'll pick you up in the morning. Well, good morning. So, we did have a good night's sleep. Just a couple of things to bear in mind. So we didn't hear any people, we didn't hear any voices, which you sometimes get at a pub. If you can cope with road noise, then you're all right. But that is the A5 down there. And cars do use it all throughout the night. The only other thing that woke us up was we had a guy that decided that they wanted to come out here and test out their new subwoofer at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then the other thing was there was a lad that had nicked his mum's Vauxhall Corsa and decided he wanted to do donuts in the car park because he had a new girlfriend that he wanted to show off to. But other than that, we did actually have a peaceful night. The sound of the traffic don't really bother me. Just one other thing that we noticed this morning is you look around the car park at all of the litter and it's terrible. Okay. Now, in my opinion, there is actually a big reason for this. So despite all of the food outlets that you've got here, your McDonalds, your KFC, there are hardly any bins. So Milton Keynes Council, pull your finger out, put some bins, and you won't be out litter picking. Right, anyway, we're going to go and get some breakfast, so we're heading over to McDonald's. Right, so we have had breakfast and we are ready for the day. Now we're going to take you for a walk at Codicott Lake, but before we go there, I'm just going to give you a second to comment down below. Where do we end up going on every video? And it's somewhere, I'll give you a clue, it's somewhere that's not quite as expensive as the petrol station. Write your comment down below. Do 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 diddly do do. Pets at home. Do you want something from Pets at Home, Tessie? Do you want a treat? We'll see what we can find. Right, okay, so we didn't want to bore you taking you around Pets at Home, but we did get the pet food. We're now at Caldicott Lake in Milton Keynes. Now, this is somewhere where we've been on the tandem before, so if you haven't seen that video, check that one out. I'll put it at the end. Now, Caldicott Lake is like 2 lakes that are joined together in kind of a figure of 8 shape. Really nice place to walk around, ride around. They've got a lovely pub restaurant here, and they've got a Premier Inn. So if you don't have a van, come and stay here. Give it a go. There you go. I'll just turn you around now and you can see you've got one of the lakes in front of us there with a little play park. You've then got the hotel, and the restaurant is over there. Sadly, it used to be a windmill and there used to actually be sails, but I believe because of health and safety the sails have now sailed away, and they're not on there. But come on, let's take you for a walk. Oh!
Did you get that camera?
I found my heart again. You were standing there, you bravely let me in. I could wait 1,000,000 years or more until you came knocking at my door. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something, 'cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any games.
Well, that was an eventful walk, wasn't it?
It was.
Why was it an eventful walk?
Because we found lots of balls. We normally just lose them, don't we?
We normally take 2 balls out with us and come back with none. Today we took none and we came back with 3. We actually found 4, but Lily lost it again.
Yeah, we lost another one.
But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that walk. We are pretty much going to wrap up this video now.
Yep.
We're going to wrap it up with our lunch.
Yep.
Now you might remember we had
a
these
bowl
last
time,
week.
but we liked it, so we're going to have
Yeah,
another one.
so that's how much we liked it that we're having it again. And we paid for them again as well. We're not cheapskates, are we? Anyway, we're going to leave you now. We're going to do bottoms up and we're going to have our lunch. Cheers.
Cheers.